Episode 116, boys and girls. And I tell you what, and non-binary folk, don't worry, you were welcome to the group as well at Pulte. We don't care about gender. We don't care about sex, race, whatever. All we care about is a winner on Saturday especially. And we got the great man himself. We welcome the Tones Treasures, the man himself. G'day, Tony. How you going?
There you go, mate. Yes. All ready for another week of let's hope we can get some winners on Saturday.
Well,
and
sorry, mate. Lucky we invited Marto last week, mate, because he was the only one who saluted. But not on a Saturday, though, Marto. What happened, Magical Man?
No, mate, the rain came and delayed the race. They put it off. I thought they were going to run it this weekend, so I didn't put it in the thread, but apparently they ran it on Wednesday.
Yes.
And I saw him and got on him late at $3.10, but he won like a champion.
Yeah, it was
sharp
a tough
and smart.
win.
How good was he?
Young Tone's daughter loves a matcha latte too. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I tell you what, just as well yours won, mate. I would have been spewing if that had won.
Yeah.
Matcha latte.
It looked like it was going to run past, but unfortunately, I think one of our I wouldn't say poisonous members, but one of our great members in Marky C, he was on matcha latte, so I sort of understood why he stopped. Poor bastards. But anyway, we welcome the great man here. He is a great freak.
Same initials, by the way. MC.
Yeah.
MC.
Master of Ceremonies.
So that's why it stopped. Yes, welcome, me. Thank you.
Good idea.
Good to be here. Nice to see you guys with Marto and his tip. Fantastic, Marto. It's good that you backed the horse that got a 3-day head start and won.
Yes, and it was great that on our, for all our YouTube believers, you get over to Facebook on the Pulte page, and Pezza puts up a few pickers on a Wednesday, which were really hidden last Wednesday. Marto forgets to say, "Hey, boys and girls, the meat and two veggies run around today," and Pez forgets to put up a slide to promote it as well, and would have been the only winner for the day. But anyway,
smart punters would have gotten on.
Yeah, they would have
smart punters would have gotten on.
Seen that the race was on.
I think Ray's tipped it, but I've got the rose-coloured glasses on when it comes to the great man.
I'm sure he would have been all over it. It's a Kiwi horse come over.
Yeah, that's right.
Take a bit of prize money from Australia.
Absolutely, 100%. Boys, we welcome. We I don't know, what do we do, Tone? This week is sort of leading into. It's like I wouldn't say it's preliminary final weekend, but it's definitely qualifying weekend, isn't it? Qualifying final time. Preliminary final weekend for me is Derby Day. I don't care what anyone says.
So
best day racing, best day footy.
Is it for you? Best day racing, honestly?
For me, I can't. I've got goosebumps on Derby Day. Every day is group. Every race is group. 6 Group 1s, back to back. Holy shit,
But is that best day to play or best day to watch?
Best day to play, big boy. Value aplenty.
There's value everywhere. You're right. If you can pick the right one,
you just got to be lucky. That's right. Now, talking about value aplenty, I just wanted, before that we start. Now, Tone's got a ghost running around as favourite in the Caulfield Cup. I find that a ghost that Tone has tipped in the past that is now favourite for the Caulfield Cup is just, I won't say bad, but Balaki. Tone, one of your ghosts is a $4.60 favourite for the Caulfield Cup. How do you feel about that? Jamie Carr in the saddle as well, big boy.
Yeah, well, Jamie Carr, 4.6, too short for me. Too short for me.
Romans, Tone. That's the ghost.
I know I've missed. It's won that many races where I haven't been on it. I just can't back it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tone.
For 2 factors, I agree with you, Tone. Jamie Carr, wet track.
Yeah, see, I go with the one.
Marto.
I don't think so. I think it's unders.
I think it's definitely unders, but I go with one fact. I don't care that Jamie's riding because I'm a little bit different to you. I sort of still don't. I haven't hopped up to the Jamie bandwagon, but seriously, I'd be expecting this horse to be running in the Bendigo Cup. Or it would not have surprised me if I think tomorrow's the Moe Cup. It wouldn't have surprised me to see it in the Moe Cup. But
Moe.
I can't believe that it's it is favourite in the Caulfield Cup.
I thought it might have ran in the JRA Cup, like the Moonee Valley Gold Cup.
Oh yeah.
But seriously, it's an amazing story, and it's come from nowhere. Won at 20 skins last week, Tone, too. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
And won well.
Won magnificently well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's everybody's following that. What was it? Turnbull form, isn't it? What's it called?
Yeah.
Like, that's usually the favourite for the Caulfield Cup, and bang, there it is. And anyway, boys, we've got Mardo. We've got about 30 new people to the group. Tony, have we got a name for the people yet?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you guys would have come up with one. I don't really know.
Nothing sticking in the familiar, Peeps, the Pirates, the
It's got to start with P,
yeah, the Pimps. That's probably not real 2022. We probably can't. 2022, we can't. But anyway, just a bit of a heads up, Mardo. I know everyone's a bit confused about what goes up and when, so we thought we'd throw up a bit of a program for the week. Monday night, we've got the memorial for the Thai Orchid bets. We've never won one, and we're very proud of that. You know,
Thai Orchid close, don't you?
The Thai Orchid memorial bets. He's living somewhere near the Brisbane River, and we don't know where, and we don't think he's got internet access now, so we remember him.
No,
never won a sports bet on a Monday for a Tuesday morning NFL game. And that's a badge of honour for the people of Polty.
Why break the record, right?
Yeah. Why win? Let's just get on with it, though.
It's one leg, so it's bonus bets every week. You get a bet return for one leg.
I love how good you guys are going, because you went from 8 legs to missing 1 leg.
Yep.
And before you know it, you're going to be down to 2 legs.
No.
Last
week was a 3-legger. We missed 1 leg.
I know that, but I said you're going to go.
This week's a 2-legger.
You're going to go to a 2 and you're going to miss 1. That's what I mean. So seriously.
And I'll just say, the Las Vegas Raiders to score last was paying $6, but Pezza got that up. And then Kelsey scores 4 touchdowns, but he only runs for 25 yards. Oh, my God. I had him for 72. But well done, Pez. Genius at work. Tuesday, Tone, take it away. What do we got?
Oh, the treasures on Tuesday, yes. Marta and I, we love this time of year coming into the national hunt. You know, the summer horses are getting tired on the soft ground, but there's lots of value around now coming into the national hunt. We love the kitty litter. Don't you love the all-weather? That's where the big money is, and it's going to come up. It's going to come up. Isn't that right, Taz?
Yep.
You like the kitty litter as well?
I love the kitty litter. Had plenty of good fortune and plenty of misfortune.
As well.
But
that's all part of the game.
It's a good night. Absolutely.
That's
and don't forget the Carlisle jump season is just starting tonight as well.
That's overnight in that time.
Yep.
So you wake up.
Yes.
You wake up to joy.
The Aussies wake up hopefully to full bank accounts.
Well.
You know.
You come third with $10 a place the other night, Tone. That was bloody awesome, mate.
Up and about.
Yes, that was.
You paid more than the winner.
Yeah. Wednesday, it's Pez's Pickers. He tries to find 4 of his best around the country. And it was great on Wednesday that one of my ghosts in Critical Attitude won and Ascot. And it only paid 15 skins. But I thought, I won't put that in. Why would I put something in at 15 skins that wins like a good thing? Why would you put a Stevie Parnham, Neville Parnham trained horse in at 15 skins, second up? What? Come on, Pezza.
I gave you a bit of personal advice, though, didn't I?
I
said if the pickers don't work out, you could just have your House of Horrors and just put up your ghosts because they do win.
Mate. Thursday, of course, we put up the YouTube show, and hopefully you guys find a little bit of joy, a little bit of a BGM tone. A BGM. Do you know what BGM stands for, Tone?
No, I don't.
Background music.
Is it? I thought it was Big Greek Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were talking about my mum again.
Something that rhymes with trucker on the end of the mother too, I think.
I wouldn't say that about my mother.
No, I'm not saying about your mum at all. I'm saying about you. Friday, of course. What happens Friday night, Tess?
It goes like this.
Spin the wheel.
That's it. So it is. It's we get the form, we get the lucky dip, so to speak, except it's on a wheel. We do the spin to win for the South Australian racing, and we normally throw out 4 of our best, the wheel does.
Yep.
We've had 2 chocolate eclairs, and they're the absolute specials, and we've got a 50% strike rate with those. So
it was only
Claire's
40 to
only come
1
up
the winner.
often.
40 to 1 the winner. Don't worry about that.
Yes,
and the one previous to that, if I remember correctly, was dedicated to Rosie. So we'll say good day, Rosie.
Okay, Rosie.
Did get beaten.
Yep.
And then it won its following
Rosie.
start anyway. But so we go through South Australian racing and give them a little bit of a boost.
Saturday we have a quaddie, and of course the Fister and the Titanium Tip go pretty well. You put a line through the dispenser because Pez's Push is absolutely shite. And then, of course, Saturday's a big day, of course. That's when the familiar take over the bet thread, and we see all the wonderful tips from Ashy and Woodsy and Ando and the Dangerous Deb and the great man himself, Willow, who's been banned on Facebook once again. And Mardo, of course, you've got to make them 2 veg again. So remember last week he's 1 from 1, and we won't go over the overall results, Mardo, of that. Mardo, Hong Kong, it's all Sunday, the hangover. Let's go. I love it.
Yes, Pezzo striking gold in Hong Kong.
Love it. Love. Love. How was Zachy Burton last week, Mardo?
Oh, only rode 7 winners.
Only rode 7, and then Bentley rode the other one. Pretty easy.
And the other guy was, what was it? Henry?
Yeah, Harry Bentley. Yeah, rode the other 3.
Two jockeys at Hong Kong.
Unbelievable. Tone's Titanium Tip last week. We put a line through Bonaparte. Tone.
Yes. Like I said, wasn't beaten far. Got a bit of a bump before that.
I got a massive bump around the court from the winner.
That was it. Yes. Should have been protested against.
Yeah, the winner just nudged it right around the corner there. Pez's Push Mayro was absolutely. I've never seen the horse run as bad, but of course when Pez tips it, yep. Manhattan Times, Taz, jeez.
Got too far back.
Yeah.
Did get going, but it was too late. Bad luck. Done.
We mentioned Mardo's tip was abandoned on the Saturday because it was too wet, but he gets up on the Wednesday, but we forgot to pump it up.
Forgot to remind everyone. Hopefully everyone was still on.
Yes.
Got on again.
That's right. Now, 3 out of 4 legs in the quaddie, and Tone, his big tip, he said on the show last week, what was it called? Written Beauty or Written Legend or what? I forget what it was called.
Written Beauty. Yeah.
Written Beauty, Tone. Jesus Christ.
She was a good run.
Oh, it was
a really good run. Yeah, it was a really good run.
Costas.
Liberty Magnate, was that
Liberty Magnate, yes. So quickly mentioned it last week, didn't I? And then has a flicks back to his tips in the quaddie just to rehash himself again, and we didn't get back to it. Oh, bloody hell.
That's where the smart punters win.
Punters
win.
Well, I hope they caught it and just went a little bit wider in that last leg because that was a nice quaddie too.
Yeah, it paid really well, like favourite, 14, 15 bucks, favourite, 14, 15 bucks, 5. So it paid better than I thought. It paid a bit overs, I thought. But, anyway.
Last leg was a $15 shot, not the favourite.
Yeah. No, it was favourite in the first leg.
Oh, sorry, yes.
14, 15 bucks, then favourite, and then 14.
Yeah.
Right. Favourite, 15, 15, no, whatever.
Boys, at the end of the day, 10% of 0 is still 0.
Exactly.
But will say one thing. Dean Yendall is really riding well. And if he comes to town, he usually rides 1. So you've got to be careful, little Dean. He's a little money job. He's a prick. I don't think you can say that anymore, Tony.
No. We'll just call him...
Rick. He's a Rick.
Yes.
He is a money job, though, Taz. I know you're sitting back a bit.
Look, he's making up a lot of lost time because he was out injured for a long while.
Yes.
And he's come back and,
he's got a million. He's got a million kids.
I didn't know that, but I think
he's got a tribe, and he says, "I love getting to the track because I get away from the duties." He's got a win to pay for the bills, so
it does.
He's come back with a bit of motivation.
He doesn't get as many rides as he used to, so now when he's riding to win. You're going to get an on ride from Yendall. If he's on something good enough to win, then he'll push it home.
Yeah, absolutely. He's strong. He's a strong little man. You know.
Even Christmas.
What's
Not
that?
even Christmas. He hasn't floated to the top of the settling pond yet.
There we go.
I agree.
The Caulfield Cup very quickly. Rach has got number 9, Allegram. Piers, I'm going to the Sydney form because Smoking Romans, I just don't trust that form. I don't know how it's winning. I don't know why it's winning, but I don't know how. Is it juiced? I don't know, but I think no compromise from Sydney. Comes down to a heavy track, around 23 skins each way all day. Froggy knew it. It'd be a good story for him if he wins the Caulfield Cup. Waller, he's a genius. You can't trust him as far as you could throw him. So I love the horse. ex-New Zealand, of course, Marto. Pretty keen.
Yeah, the Kiwis are going well this season.
Great run in the last start in the Metro. But again, that's the Metro. The Metro form's horrible for the Caulfield Cup, but I just don't trust Smoking Romans at all. Anyway, Tony, you're on number 2, Jua.
Yes, Joshua Parr owes me. He's one of those Aspros that they get air sickness. What do you call it? Lack of oxygen. When they get up top. But owes me, and I think it might be starting to power up, coming out of barrier 9. Oh, I like number 9. Yeah, so it's my tip. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah,
it's on a heavy track though. I mean, it's still raining in Melbourne time.
Yeah,
it is. It's going to stop at about midnight tonight, which is about now. It has actually stopped.
Oh,
right.
And it'll be nice and clear tomorrow, but it'll rain again on Saturday. So it'll be interesting to see how it dries up, how much it does. So if it goes from what is it at the moment? Probably a heavy 12.
They're calling it a heavy 10 already. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll probably go. Which look with a day off, it'll probably go to a heavy 8.
Yeah. You'd expect soft 7
and
heavy,
and then after that, before you know it, it's back to a 10.
Yeah,
which will suit my trip
when it comes.
Which will suit Gold Trip because it does bring
no
European form and this is all about me now. But look, the beauty of Gold Trip is it was aimed for the Cox Plate. And the thing that I like, and this is an old formula that some, old Greek man told me many, many years ago. If you see a Cox Plate favourite running in the Caulfield Cup, get on because it's not going to win the Cox Plate. And I think Gold Trip's perfect. Now, that said, Pezza, your
Gold Trip wasn't the Cox Plate favourite.
No, well, it was aimed for that though.
It was
I'm just saying this is what the person said. But you know how you're talking about Smoking Romans form?
Yeah.
Well, this has got it, but it was 3 wide. Okay.
Yeah.
Smoking Romans, I think, meets it better for about 6 kilos.
Yeah.
But this is going to turn the tables because this is a real horse, and Smoking Romans should still be running the Bendigo Cup in 2 weeks' time.
They're talking about the Bendigo Cup with a vow and declare as Marto's love child and fair income. He'd have a statue of it somewhere in the house because he tipped it about
he's got a rocking horse in the background. You can't see it.
And
when he gets off here, he goes over.
You have tipped this horse a lot, and you did tip it in the Melbourne Cup when it won.
I did. But that was 3 years
shouldn't
ago.
have, but it did.
Shouldn't have won, but it did. Anyway,
well, Elation should have won, but don't. We won't bring up the past because. Anyway,
I like him with 54 kilos on. I like the way that he really digs his hoof into the ground. So although he hasn't run on a heavy track, I don't think it's going to be a problem for him. And I do like
the Curlews tone at Cairns. Can you hear him? The Curlews.
You know what I honestly thought for a minute?
Let me finish. I like the way he digs his hoof into the ground. So the heavy track I don't think will be a problem. And I like Blake Shinnon instead of Damien Lane. He tends to ride a bit more aggressively. So if there is a small gap there, and Vow and Declare's not going to be up front, he's going to be chasing. So if there is a gap to push, Blake Shin will push through it where Lane will try and pull out and go around them. Blake Shin will go through them.
Beautiful.
I like him as
riding well, Blake. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
He had a great
he's a jockey that actually tries to win races. That's the thing. He'll go for it. He's the enforcer.
How about the Hong Kong jibe? Tone, how about the Hong Kong jibe from Zachy Burton to Jay McDonald?
Oh,
yeah, to come over to win money.
Yeah, he goes, absolutely. At least, J-Mac's riding all these Group 1s and he's getting the trophies, but he's still got a mortgage.
Hey, Marto.
Yeah, mate.
Are you at Barney's house?
No.
Because that screaming that I heard, that might have been that chick that's
hiding.
She's still under the cupboards.
Yeah, she's in the cupboard. Yeah, she's still in the cupboard.
That's for you, Jace. Hope you're well.
Oh, mate, seriously, I said to him the other day, that Jeffrey Dahmer's on Netflix, and I said to Barney, Dorothy Dixer, a rhetorical question. I didn't need to know the answer. Hey, mate, have you seen that Jeffrey Dahmer thing on mate. And he goes, binged it.
Oh,
And I said, how many times did you play with the
pretty
old
graphic. It's pretty graphic. My daughter's seen it. It's pretty.
Jesus Christ! And of course, Rach is on the Blue Butlers. What a Saturday they had last week. Marto tipped it to in the chat. He said the Blue Butlers are going to win 5 today, and unfortunately, There was abandoned in Sydney, so they didn't get the chance. So
didn't get the 5th one there.
Yeah,
but I don't mind the leg. It is drawn out a little bit, but I don't mind him. He's got a light weight on too.
What about
I've
us?
got it in the Melbourne Cup, 30 odd skins. I've got it, Alan. Yeah, for the Melbourne Cup.
What happened last week? You know, the week before we're tipping the bloody thing up there, and this is the best horse they're going to have. It's going to be great. Go one out in the quaddie, and then we all get off it, and it wins the bloody guineas. Huh? What was it called? The Gold Circle, Gold Triple. What the fuck was it called? The Blue Butlers won the guineas last week.
Yeah, they did. Penko was supposed to win that one.
Huh?
No, it's the one that what are you talking about? The numbers were, if I was right, it was 2,
it was 13. In Sydney the week before. We're telling Robbie, the Prez, to go one out with his horse, and it got beat. And then it backs up a week later and wins the guineas.
Yeah, Golden Mile.
Golden Mile, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah,
more like
a right track, didn't it?
It was more like a golden shower the week after, I tell you.
Well, that was my leg of the quaddie, and sadly, I only got 3 of the first 4. And remember how you said Osipenko?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said it was my 5th pick.
Yes.
So it ran 3rd.
Yeah,
it knocked me out. You know, the 13th. How good a run coming through and into
elliptical. You did mention elliptical too.
I did. Well, that was the one. That was my main one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Sydney do it better than Melbourne. I'm a bloke from Geelong. I love Victorian racing, but they got nothing on Sydney. Sydney just fucking shit all over Melbourne racing in the VRC at the moment. The promotion. Did you see the drones the other night above the Opera House, Tone? Holy shit!
Look, yeah, they're all Tommy tanking up there.
They do turn it on a bit.
Did you see the drones above they got the silks on the Opera House, and they got the drones with the number in the barrier?
You know why they got the drones? Why they got the drones?
No.
You know how they paid for them? They paid for them out of the. Remember when we got the quaddie, Everest a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, we thought it was going to pay 60,000. It pays 12. We thought it was going to pay 60 grand. Biggest day ever. Yeah. Classic Legends, Everest. Was it Classic Legend? Yeah.
Classic.
Anyway, the Everest, we move on to the Everest, and this is not a Group 1. This is absolute fucking joke, because this is the best field you will see probably in the world for sprinters. And it's not a Group 1. It's a tragedy. For me, it's a travesty. I have no idea why they don't embrace the Everest like they embrace the Kosciuszko or the Big Dance or whatever else. Fucking $1 million.
The Kosciuszko seems to be bigger than the Everest in Sydney at the moment.
What's that?
Yeah, but it's because
Kosciuszko seems to be bigger than the Everest at the moment.
Yeah, but the Everest is like if there was no nature show, I think nature show
would be wide open, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it takes a bit away because it's the best sprinter in the world, and
if this was run on any other Saturday, so like they run it on Caulfield Cup Day, but they could have run it last week, for example.
No, they've never. I think this is the first time they've ran it at Caulfield Cup Day.
Yeah, but they always run it against. They align it to compete against some Melbourne event.
Yeah,
find a day on the calendar.
Yeah,
right, where it owns it, and make it a Group 1. Because when it's like this, it's competition. It's Sydney trying to beat Melbourne.
When me and Tone tipped the quaddie, it was actually the Underwood day, like the first day of spring, really.
Yeah,
and it was all attention was on Sydney, and there was nothing on Melbourne. And honestly,
which is a good day.
I think it's taken away from Caulfield Cup. Like Smoke and Romans.
Yeah.
The Everest. Wow, nature strip. I don't know. I reckon Sydney just
exactly. Smoke and Romans.
Better. Anyway, it hurts me to say, Marto, but anyway, Pez, I'm on Masked Crusade. I've just got a gut feeling. That's all it is. I reckon Pikey's going to ride this and time his run to perfection.
When was the last time Pike rode a winner in Sydney? When was it? You can't remember.
Pezza, when was... No, that's one good question from Marto. My second question is, when has your other gut feeling ever hit off?
No, I was the same as you, Marto, about like Johnny Allen. When did Johnny Allen ride a horse since he's come back? When he hasn't rode one winner, and then he rode one yesterday. He won the big race, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He rode a treat, and that's the first winner he's had since he's come back from whatever. So don't give up on Pike. He's going to ride. He's going to ride during the week. He's riding a winner here and there. But I reckon he's just going to time his run. Mars Crusader, if he times his run, watch out.
I like the horse, but I cringe at the jockey on his back.
But Pikey rides for Hawks.
Yeah, okay.
He rides for Hawks. He's their jock. So,
yeah, I'm going to say that Tone and I, we're both on Nature Strip. I don't think it's really hard to beat him. We're working something to beat him. But if I was betting without Nature Strip, I'd go one out with Marzu. I mean, that was a moral beating last week. And with Sam Clipperton on the back, running from barrier 11, he's just going to get a nice cruise-up run behind Nature Strip and Eduardo, and he's going to pull out and run home hard. And the heavy track is what's going to favour him late. He's going to run into that minor places and probably Quinella with Nature Strip, I reckon.
I'm surprised.
Sorry, hang on. So, hang on a sec. Just out of curiosity, Marto.
Yeah, mate.
That was my horse, and you nearly got it right. You nearly read my script right, except for the last bit where you said into the place. Yeah. I think that Mazu is actually going to go over the top this week.
You think he'll beat Nature Strip?
I think because it's going to be a super heavy track.
Yeah.
And like Nature Strip gets through it, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, but he has been heavy, hasn't he?
This thing swims.
You're right.
And I think that's the only difference, and that's the only reason that I've gone for the upset. So you got it perfect. Words were coming out of my mouth with your voice, except for that last bit.
Marto paraphrased everything in a minute, and then Taz has taken 22 to explain how Marto said the right words.
Here's the news about Jacquino, guys. Jacquino's just been sold off.
What about
15 mil?
What's that, Tom?
One of Marto's old favourites. Marto, your old favourite Private Eye. Abdul is on board.
No, he needs a dry track. He proved that last week.
Right. He was good win too. Pezza, I'm going to go on a limb before you go. And I'm going to do something that the old TV dudes used to do. If Masked Crusader wins the Everest, next week's show, my hair will be blue.
Perfect. With a yellow lightning bolt.
I will put blue
for a blue mohawk.
Right? Well, I'm not going to cut it. I can't. But I will have my hair blue for next week's show. Perfect. If Masked Crusader wins.
All right. What about if Mars Crusader beats Marzu?
I'll just say we're both shit.
Okay.
And you got lucky.
Right. I was going to say I'd take the blue hair because that's a pretty good bet. But Shades of Rose is a good horse. That's one of our faves, Marto. We love her. Bjorny Baker, next week. She goes well. And Jacquino, Tone tipped it and won us got us not a bad result in that leg of the quaddie a couple of weeks ago. And, of course, lost and running, talking through my pocket, backed it 2 starts ago, and then it wins last start.
Good win last start too.
And don't forget Giga Kick. We love Clayton Douglas because he's doing it tough without Jamie. Don't worry about that, but he's got a good stable of horses. And it's coming up from Melbourne to steal a bit of the Everest glory. So Cancer's Craig's in the saddle, so you never know, Craig. It's unbeaten, never beaten. So
got a line through it. It's a heavy track. He's not going to win. And Clayton Douglas, Jesus. Can't win, did he?
Great jockey, great jumps jockey, great heavy jockey.
Wasn't he good?
He was, for sure. He was the best jumps jockey around.
No, Jimmy Payton was better. I'm going back a long time.
That is a long way back. Again, Cameron, he's going to run in the Sydney Stakes in the race prior.
That's right. Yeah, I grabbed these shots yesterday, Marto, so there's a couple of scratchings already. Marto, the Magic Man is back. What was it called? Sharp and Tough? Something, was it?
Sharp and Smart.
I keep getting that wrong. Race 9, number 1, Ellsberg. The Magical Man is back, Mr. Worldwide. It's not Pitbull, it's Marto. Bang.
Ellsberg, yes. Ran in the Epsom last week or 2 weeks back, and dead heated with Top Rank. the Annabelle Neesham Special. But that was over 1,600, where Ellsberg sort of went a little bit wayward the last 2,500, and I think that cost him the win. This is back to 1,500, where he will pick on his run at the perfect time. Fourth up is great. Wet track is great. Brenton Abdallah still in the saddle. This thing wins. There's no competition here. There's no top rank. There's no hinged running at 51.5 kilos coming up behind him. I don't think there's anything else can beat him in this race.
Tone doesn't like the jock already.
Abdullah Butcher on, but I tell you what, he can ride a horse when he wants, but he's not one of mine. But yeah, he's been riding all right recently, though, hasn't he?
Half the country was on top ranked when he ran against him, and Brenton Abdallah got him up to dead heat over 1,600. Well, he's not a 1,600 metre horse. This thing is a 1,400 metre horse. But he has won at 1,500.
I think Marta.
And he has won at 1,500, and he absolutely loves Randwick.
Psst, 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 Tony.
Yeah.
Psst. I think Marta knows too much.
Yeah.
Tony, shut up.
Yeah, hey, boys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, what?
Marto's trying to take over from Taz because Taz is already.
He does.
Done his war.
I know.
A little bit of homework.
I can't believe it, because Marto is right about Ellsberg, because I got the try with Top Rank that day, and it was exciting for me.
Oh,
but then it wasn't as exciting. I did get it twice, but it would have been better because Ellsberg, I think, again, it was down. What was it? It was number 3 or 13 or something that day.
Tone, when I pass away, I reckon
anyway,
Taz is going to come to my funeral and he's going to say,
It was 16.
I reckon I've had a better funeral than this. It's going to be my funeral, and people are going to be talking about me, and Taz is going to be there sniping away going, I reckon I would get a better eulogy.
Shit.
It's all about Taz. Jeez.
Oh, no, it's not. You know what it is?
What?
I'm in a state of delirium. It's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning here on a Friday in Victoria. It's been raining. Do you know what I mean? I'm in a state of delirium.
Okay.
Get to the next one.
Here we go. Eagle Farm, race 3, number 9, the Greek Freak.
Guess who? It's me
Back
again.
up north, big boy.
Surprise. It's back to me now. I'm going to make it really quick, okay? So basically, this horse I have been following because its last 2 starts, I actually contemplated making it a 5th start.
Marto's on the overs.
Okay? I didn't. Now, it doesn't win out of turn, I can tell you that much. But I tell you what, there's been excuses for its last 2 runs. Now, Benny Thompson keeps the ride.
Benny Thompson.
It does come out wide. The Toppy is probably the favourite in this race, and it maps to lead. But I've just got a feeling that the Ocean Emperor is going to stalk, balk, and bang home. Track conditions are not going to make any difference. I'm on. Keeping it simple. Main Danger is a top weight, but I reckon we've got it covered because we're going to stalk it. That was only 2 minutes and 22 seconds as compared to the 4 hours. And
I think Marto's just had his ass on the overs.
Do you want me to keep going?
No. We want Marto to
then move on to the next one because I'm going to keep talking.
We're trying to get the Caulfield. Trying to get the Caulfield quad. It's going to pay millions. Anyway, another one. Here we go. Of course, we've got the great man Lukey Mullen, who probably the best rider of a flamingo I've ever seen. Then we had the great man himself, Ando, the captain. I miss the captain, actually. I miss the Mary Barrow trots in the background when he's talking. Because Marto had a tip for the Ukrainian synchronized swimming, which we're missing out on at the moment. But and then Barney, he's still got the record. Barney, 6 weeks in a row he went. Could have been 7. And of course now we've got the chieftain, Rach. And Rach, I'm not too sure what she's got in the background there, Tone.
She's got us there.
That's a 4 favourite men in the world.
That's it.
A very ordinary background there, Rach.
Hi, how you going? It's Rachel, I'm back. Just want to say very close last week. Nearly there on the last leg, just missed out by a nostril. But anyway, let's have another go. So I've been given Caulfield race 7 the first leg once again. Just want to say not a big fan of 1,000 metres, but we'll see how we go. Chosen number 2, Generation. It's run around the distance, 800 to 1,050 metres. Pretty close to, so it's placed at 1 at that distance, and it's got Mark Zara on board. So that's that one. Number 8, Ashford Street, has 1 in place this distance, soft to heavy tracks, with Tio Legend on board. Dragonstone is the other one, number 9. It has 1 at this distance, good for, and a 3rd on a heavy. So something to think about. But this time he does have Tim Clark on board. So number 11, Asphora, has 1 this distance, good for, but basically some second favourites. So I put a bit of throw in. I don't want to lose the first leg.
No.
Anyway, so that's my pick. So that was, just to refresh you, 2, 8, 9, 11. And I actually prefer, out of those, I might put some money on number 8 myself. And I was asked to my opinion on the Caulfield Cup. I definitely like Smoking Romans, but I want to throw in a sneaky Canella in. Smoking Romans, number 17, and number 9,
Smoking.
A leg one. Cool. Happy pumping, happy punting, and all the best. See you next time, or I'll see you online.
Good on you, Rach.
Yeah, good on you, Rach. Get us away again.
She's given us the kiss of death as well, though. But you know what we want?
Jeez.
I hope if she gets her Quinella, we're done.
I know. But I think Tone, she's done a bit of homework, big boy.
Certainly has.
Certainly has. She puts a couple of us to shame here, big boy. She
Smoking Romans.
Wow. Sorry, Allegren and Smoking Romans. I should have put that on the slide. Sorry, Rach. But anyway, she's got 2, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, why not? I think she gets us away.
I think she will get us away as well, too.
Yeah.
I even like the 11. The Dragonstone's a chance as well. I mean,
I do, especially with Tim Clark on it, suggests that he's going to take it forward rather than sit in a midfield run.
Like it.
We're going to run out of time, boys. So
we stop and come back. What do we do?
Hang on a tick. We're going to run out of time, everyone. So because Taz is coming up next for his leg of the quaddie. So we need to go. We need an intermission, like we're watching Gone with the Wind.
And an introduction.
Frankly, and as Taz usually says, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That's what.
No, I don't. I don't.
I thought it was all about Tyrone, actually, but I think Tyrone, I think someone's moving into. He's out of your show.
Yeah.
3.
The chocolate royale is moving
That's
right
it.
in. Take over.
Here we go. Intermission's overtone. How about you? But yeah, are you ready for this?
Yeah. All right. So firstly, before I start, I just want to make sure that everyone's got their popcorn. So sit back, relax, close your eyes, listen to the dulcet tones if you like, or keep them open and get the double whammy. So we start with kiss on all 4 cheeks. And that's exactly what I could do to any one of you people out there today.
What about Barney?
Because I am delirious. Even Barney.
Wow.
So look, basically kiss on all 4 cheeks has been racing really, really well. And it does handle the soft. So I think it'll probably handle the heavy. The other one I'm bringing in is the 4.
I don't think I've ever kissed Barney, ever.
On all 4 cheeks?
No.
Oh, well, I'm sure he's kissed.
I don't think
he's
I've
probably
ever
kissed you. No, you have.
Mm.
You have. And then he showed you his magic hands too.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, like that. Can you feel that? Anyway,
yep.
The 4, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce it, but Palacepan comes down with some good Sydney form.
Oh.
It will be on the pace, and Timmy Clark's on it again. So
Chrissy
it makes me wonder. So I do like it. It's the track though, and the bias that could affect its chances, but I'm not going to risk it. Flying Mascot is another one that's going to be on the pace, and I know that we've liked this before. First up, it was a good run. Second up, I don't know, maybe a little bit of excuses, but, it meets the toppy 1 kilo better for the weight. Sort of, they've been tracking at the same races. If I throw the 1 in, I've got to throw the 6 in. And I've gone to 13, Pride of Jenny. It's another on pacer. It's also, this one's actually got some good heavy form. So it's proven on the heavy. I'm throwing it in. I did say Jamie Carr go to the bar. Well,
straight to the bar.
Let's do it. So 1, 4, 6, and 13. I hope if you've still got some popcorn, continue to munch on it, because next up we'll go Pezza and Tone, I'm sure, and in amongst it, I'll try to take over.
If let the equal favourite out, Chain of Lightning, you don't like it on the wet track, Taz?
No, I don't. I think that it's last start. I think if it goes, it's going to be heavy.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a soft track. It's going to be a heavy track, and I just think what it showed last start gave me an indication that I can risk it.
Yeah. Look, how unlucky has Peter Moody been? He's got all these spring potential champions coming out, and he's screaming out for dry tracks, and he's getting nothing but rain to run them on. Nothing but wet tracks,
Yep.
He'll end up taking
Mescal, I think, because he's a Tavistock. I think it's going to handle the wet. I like the 6 in this race.
I was surprised you didn't throw Argentia in, because I thought that was one of your faves back in the day.
Yeah, look, again, I'm only putting 4 in.
It's just a non-winner, isn't it? It just never wins, does it?
Yeah, it is.
It's wide open. You probably could have gone six selections in this one.
There's heaps. Like even Barbreda, fresh. I could have it, you know what I mean? But I'm not.
Excellent. Won really well last start.
Forbidden Kiss down the bottom there. You could throw it in.
Yeah, Fortunate Kiss.
Fortunate Kiss. Sorry, you can make excuses for a lot of them, but they're the ones I've gone with. So
no, I think you've got the winner there. Kiss and Awful Chick is going to be strong.
I think I think you got the overs, mate. I think he spoke for more than the 456 that we were betting on. The overs and overs. I think you got him there, mate. Well done.
Right.
Right,
let's go.
Anyway, I've got the Caulfield Cup, luckily, because you morons on a Saturday don't go any good. You know how good I go on a Saturday. They just call me the bank. Better than interest in the bank I am on a Saturday. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I've got no Gold Trip, no Dewar, no Vow and Declare, no Allegron. I put Spoken Romans in just because it wins. We all look stupid. It's flying. If it was any other horse, it'd be even money. But because it's Smoking Romans, you can still get $5. I really, really like the Sydney form. As I said, the Metropolitan's usually the worst form in the world for the Caulfield Cup, because remember last year, Marto, Incentivise was the big boom horse. It didn't come through any Metropolitan, did it? And so anyway, I've got numbers 8, no compromise. I've gone the Metro form on a heavy 10 in Sydney. Absolutely wanted to win. I love when horses sort of change gears and they dive for gaps. And this is what No Compromise did in the Metro. It went where angels fear to tread to win. So I just love it. And knew it. You never know, Froggy might be back. And Chrissy Waller, you just can't trust him. I'm on number 11. It was a Great House.
Yeah, it likes them heavy too. It showed a bit last year around Melbourne Cup time, didn't it?
If you watch the run, Marto, if you watch the replay of the Underwood, it was good. And it could have held up down the straight, because that's what it always happens. It always gets caught behind asses. It always can't get a decent run at it. But it was coming into the race, and I don't think it would have got Smoking Romans, but seriously, I think it would have placed if
with the run.
If it got the run, that's right.
That's it. So, if a bit like your auntie and your uncle. If
right. So, oh God, I've lost the bloody screen.
That's all right. Great House was that one last year, Tone? I think that we had in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah,
we had it in our numbers, wasn't it?
Yep.
So I just wonder, is it going to be looking for this 2400?
No, it's nominated for the Melbourne Cup. It's nominated.
Yeah,
I
wonder if this is just.
I'm on at 201 skins for the Melbourne Cup, because if it wins this, it's going to be a lot shorter. than 201 for the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
So I've gone 13, which is ran second to Smoking Romans in Maximal. It was getting there, but it wasn't. So Smoking Romans is going to hold that form. I think out of Great House and Maximal, there was nothing else in the Underwood that were going to beat Smoking or were coming to beat Smoking. But I just think the Sydney horse coming down.
So hang on a tick. Pezza.
Yes.
What did Great House finish behind?
8th.
So it's got the 8th. And Maximal finished where?
2nd.
Okay. And where did Gold Trip finish?
5th. Yeah, but it was if you watch the replay, it was actually dying on the run. It wasn't coming.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it was 3 wide for about
but it's
1800.
stepping up from 2024, big boy.
Yeah, and
if
overseas,
you're dying on your run at 2000, I don't think you'd fucking galloping.
It ran 2600. It was that out wide. Seriously, I mean, I live about 15 I'm probably about 8 kilometres from Caulfield.
Yeah,
it nearly came around the front of my
enough.
place.
Fair enough. I thought there were 2 horses in that race that you could have backed, but they're not nominated. Uncle Bryn was pretty big as well, wide the way, come home like a train for 3rd, and Lunacy's was huge out wide 6th.
Yeah.
So they're not in the race. So
Bendigo Cups.
on the Smoking Romans form and the Sydney Invader. And I've got no idea, but it's a heavy, no compromise, loves a heavy track. So there you go. Off Benno, I thought its run against Animo was just okay. I know it's going to grow a leg at 24, but I don't know. It's one of my favourite horses. I just couldn't have it.
Nice big grey winning the Caulfield Cup.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Do you remember? I think the last one that did it was an Adelaide horse as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Lamondi, I think it might have been. But anyway.
Yes. That was nearly white.
Yeah, beautiful.
Tyrone, you're in the last leg. Tough race, 11, 13, 15 and 16.
Oh, it's a horrible race. I hate these kind of races, especially if we get the first 3 legs. I really, I don't, it's a really tough one. I've got to put in, how do you say it? Agon, whatever.
Agon, yeah.
Blake Shin, yep. He's the enforcer. He'll make space. He doesn't drive like these Japanese do here. They can't drive a matchbox toy that they, along a road that where you put a semi-trailer. He's the enforcer. You have a crack. Yes,
I love it. Tone, I just want to say something about the 11 because it's come over from New Zealand. But it is a huge, huge chance. Don't worry about its form, its last start in NZ because if you have a look, everything's gone wide. It stayed on the fence.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten a good part of the track. So if anyone wants to go out and have a look at that, absolutely do it. But this horse, don't be surprised. So I love that you've actually put this one in. I love it. And it's not often that
wet tracks.
Well, and love's a big word. Love's a big word, Tone. Normally I would say I'd lust after you. Love means I'm emotionally connected.
I've chucked in the 13 with Zara on board. Catalyst. Wasn't a bad run last start when it ran 5th. There is a really tough race. 15, Old Flame. One of the worst jockeys in Australia is on it. But he will absolutely... he'll knock me around like a red-headed stepsister if I'm not on him because he could sneak in. He's like Mr. Hankey. It's coming up to Christmas. He'll be coming out of the porcelain bowl, and you never know. He could get up on it. And you've got to throw in the 16 Lady of Honour, Damien Oliver, coming out of barrier 10, 650. Good third last start.
Old Flame was the biggest bet last Saturday. Absolutely biggest bet.
Everyone was on it.
Yeah. But there's probably excuses for it too, though. If you look at the race,
for sure.
A lot of excuses. Look, I reckon we've got the quaddie. I said it to you off camera, didn't I? 11, 13, 11, 13.
11, 13, 11, 13. Put it on for $1.
Yeah. I don't mind this leg, Tony. I think you've got 15 or 16. I think they're going to be competing for the win. Old Flame's now favourite with Ayrton out. Ayrton won't run.
Is Ayrton out, is it?
Yeah, Ayrton's been scratched, mate.
Oh, Tony.
I'm looking at updated.
Good news.
Nice.
Good news.
Right.
You still got Lightsaber in there. I don't know why they're leaving him there on a heavy track, but Ayrton's been scratched.
Barney
They're leaving it in there for
like
Barney. That's exactly right.
They're leaving it in for Barney and Barney to tip it again.
Yeah, that's it.
When it was a 3-year-old. No, well done, mate. Well done. And tough race to finish it off, but hopefully we're alive. As we said, was it, Tassie? 11-13 for $1.
11-13, yeah. But it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
The only, I mean, I think we talked about one other one, didn't we, off camera, that we've left out, that Tone's left out.
Yeah.
And should I say the name or not? Because I don't want to poison.
I'm going to guess.
Go on.
I didn't see. I wasn't privy to
you
that.
better tell us. You better tell us for
I'm going to say Jai McNeil on Bandersnatch might be a chance.
That's the one.
He knows boats.
Yeah, that's the one. Because we
I do it to you 2 weeks in a row, mate. But I'm going to mention Bandersnatch.
Yeah, no, that's what Tassie like.
That's the one.
Talking about it. And,
we're all talking about it, but you can only put 4 in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you can put 4. But it loves the 1400 and loves the wet as well. I'll
just say one thing with the old Warhorse Streets of Avalon, the 4-time Group 1 winner. This probably makes its easiest field it's ever ran against. I know it's running like me at the moment, but it's got a heart.
It's super hard.
It's a dry track though, Pez. I don't know if it'd like the heavy track.
25, 60, 10%. There you go.
Cheap.
Perfect.
Cheap.
10%. If we get this, even with the favourites, I mean, chances are it's going to pay over 5K no matter what.
Well, it's going to be a big pool because it's a massive
weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right there, Marto. It will be a massive pool, no doubt.
All right.
We'll get plenty. We'll get plenty.
The great man himself. Here we go. The titanium tip. Bang.
What are you on, Tone?
Here we go. We're going up north, looking for the dry tracks. Strategic position. I can't remember what's the favourite in this, but it's taken on the favourite, which is really, really short. I like to pick the toughest race of the day and, go for gold. Go for gold. We've got a little Angela Jones on there claiming 3. It's a golden horse. Tassie loves those golden horses. First up, it always runs well fresh. 17 skins. Get on. Balls deep at 11. Home. Absolutely. Really like this.
Are you on it because of the war omen or the sex sort of omen, Tone?
I'm on it because
a little bit of both.
What do you think?
The price, and I like to stick with the female jockeys on a Saturday because they've been doing the right thing, not pulling them up like Tommy Berry. So
I don't like Angela Jones at the moment. She
don't? No,
she didn't ride my last 2 bets on her really well. So
I know a little bit about this horse because it's an ex-Stokes horse. And because, he goes across to South Australia and stuff, I tend to follow those stables anyway. It does like to lead, so that's a positive. It's got the claim. It leads. It's the downside is its last win was actually, if I'm right, was the 15th of October last year.
Oh, that's all right. Shimino, Tony tipped Shimino 700 and something days ago.
But what I'm getting at
he doesn't care.
But the point I'm trying to make is it's an ex-Victorian.
Yeah.
It won at this time of year. It leads. It's everything. It's everything that we like, that Tone sort of unlocks treasures with. Right. So I think if it's a leader's track, it's a big chance because it's going to put itself in a race.
Well, it's coming back after 19 weeks off. It runs well fresh, and this is a new trainer. Golden's only just taken it.
That's right. And he wouldn't take
it in a trial. Its last 2 trials.
Golden's taken a lot of Victorian horses. Don't worry about that.
But he doesn't take them but he doesn't take spuds either.
No, but I'm saying he actually makes them run better. Look at
I think this one. I think he's placed this one well too, because those Victorian races, this strategic position was running in, seemed to be a lot harder than this field that he's running in against in Queensland.
Hey, Eagle Farm, as we know, Marto, is a goat track, and if they're not running from behind, if you're going to
but I don't think this one's a get back horse. I think
it's not. It's a leader.
No, I'm not saying.
It likes to get on.
I'm saying if it's out front, I'm going to say it's 3 kilos of its back.
Either way, it's going to be close.
If it's got the 3 kilo of its back and it's in front with 150 to go, you might be giggling.
Yeah, but as you said, though, Angela can ride them weak. She can also ride them strong. You don't know which Angela's going to turn up on the day.
That's she's the X factor, isn't she?
But at $17, you've got to take the chance, don't you?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, it's a good enough horse. You can win on his day.
Honestly, all we want is we want Angela to take a strategic position and not necessarily come from behind. Is that right? Is that what we want?
She needs to do what Jamie did.
Three, so let's say she's third in the run and then pulls off heels in the run straight home.
Jesus. Might be the ladder for the Omen.
Anyway, we've run out of popcorn. Anyway, keep going.
There we go.
Good luck, Dan. I like the price.
It's a good price. Good chance too.
I've got a million pushes this week, Fanning, and the pairs dispenser could be full. There could
found
be
the shortest
a world record this weekend on the Facebook bet thread. There could be a world record of bets because there are so many running around. What about Sydney? Why can't Swats that win this weekend? Marto, anyone?
It's too wet.
Why can't it win? Do you want to know the 403 excuses, or
do you think Mark Eustace has gone up north just to see if it could change its luck?
Some horses are just gunners.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is going to win one soon.
Well,
Outback Bar.
Pezza's going to be on.
Just reel them all off.
Because I tell you what, if it does win at 11 skins this week, I'll cry. And then there's a horse, Marto, that me and Marto absolutely love. And it's nominated in 2 states, and I'm not sure where because it's still nominated in 2 states. It's racing around
number 11
at
race 2.
It's called
number 11.
Joey, and it's racing in the last in Sydney as well. So it's at 4:40 in Sydney. So hopefully it races there because I'll get a better price. And it's only 2 skins at in Melbourne in race 2. So I'm hoping they take it up north because this thing, Marto, Damien Oliver in the saddle, last start, absolutely, it was like Chautauqua, and it rides in the same silks too. So I might not race in the same silk, but the same colours, the blue and the yellow. But it absolutely raced on a Wednesday, Marto, and it came from last in a pretty good race, and you've never seen a horse fly like this thing.
It's spooked.
It was breathtaking.
A lot of them, Pezza, a lot of them are on it. I think, based on just what I've heard down here in Victoria, if it runs in Victoria, that $2 might turn into $1.75.
Yeah, right.
If it's down here, so
it was absolutely breathtaking. So don't worry, I'm going to have a fair crack at Cap de Joet. But I'm on the non-compromise bandwagon. Stockman ran it to a lip in the Metro, gets an easier race, wants to win. Gee, it's a good horse. Have to back it. Why not? 380, I think we're stealing money. I reckon it's going to be shorter on the day, especially if it gets heavier. I tell you what, when Stockman wins race 4, I tell you what, I'm going to increase the size on no compromise against Smoke and Romans in the Caulfield Cup because.
So you're saying so Clipperton gets a double? Fantastic.
Who's Sammy on? Marto's.
Oh, he's on. No, he's on this and he's on Mazu. Perfect. What a double.
Okay.
That's perfect. Well done.
Well, he'll get his eye in race 4. Marto?
Yeah. I'm just worried about a bias again with this one. Yeah. It's a good horse and it does run home strong, but if there's a forward bias again, does he get there?
Randwick was atrocious when it last week.
Oh, it was shocking.
It broke your heart.
Absolutely.
From race 2, I just backed the leader. I think I got 3 out of the next 4.
Yeah, good.
I just went to Ladbrokes, put the speed map on. Oh, which is the leader? That'll do.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just atrocious. It really is. Breaks your heart. So you should have put a line through May Rose straight away because it gets back. But it really got back and didn't do anything. So you probably can't blame May Rose in the end because of the bias. It was horrible.
Are you going to put a disclaimer up tonight?
Yes.
Because a lot of your selections are around no compromise.
Yes.
Now, this one's race 4, number 2, so it'll be before the no compromise race. So if Stockman goes like a busted arsehole,
then I'll be very small in the chat. I'll be very small.
Well, no. If it does, and I hope it doesn't, will you come out and say Stockman went like a busted arsehole?
Yeah.
Be careful when betting on no compromise.
Absolutely. But if Stockman wins,
when it does win, there is no compromise. Just get on.
Is there no compromise there?
There is none.
Yeah.
Bang.
Well, I've got a little bit of I want Great House to sort of win because it's a non-winner, and at 200 skins in the Melbourne Cup, I'm a bit keen if it runs a good race in the Caulfield Cup. But anyway, no compromise wins that. The Quinella with Great House, and Smoke and Roman's probably third. We get the trifecta for Pearson and Aquatic. Anyway, 500 skins, Barney gets a new pair of shoes.
Oh, absolutely.
You'd be due
It's
for
about that time
varsities.
of year when he gets them.
Geez, I was a bit keen on strategic position now, Tone.
Oh, yeah.
Boys are giving me all the information.
Good chance. There's nothing wrong with it. The last time
Eagle Farms gets a bit Ramwicky at times, doesn't it, Marto?
No,
sometimes they don't come from behind at all. They get to that sort of two off the rail, and that's it.
No, but look, I was just reading up while you're talking there. The rail's going back into the true position, so that snaps for a fairer racing at Randwick this weekend.
Right.
So we saw the leaders.
Right. Thank God for that.
Well, let's hope we see it.
All right, boys. Final thoughts.
Before we go, just on a football thing. I don't know if you guys are up to scratch, but there's talk that Brett Ratton could be sacked.
I just saw that breaking that they're parted ways tonight.
They have done it?
No, I just saw a shot saying that St Kilda and Brett Ratton have agreed to part ways.
I find that really interesting because being a Carlton bloke and Ratton being a champion Carlton player, and I'll say that. And I know that when we got rid of him, it was, wasn't the right thing at the time. But anyway, then he went and did his apprenticeship, and then he lost his son.
Yeah,
he's come back to St Kilda and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's got to be something there for them to sack him, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. At the start of the season, 6 weeks in, St Kilda were a top six side, and where did they finish the year? Was it 10th or 11th?
Yeah, they finished 10th.
Well, a lot of that's got to come back to the coach, doesn't it?
Look, it does, but the thing that I've learned in my time with team sport is you play for two reasons. Well, you play for three. You play because you love it.
Yep.
You play for the coach, or you play to spite the coach. And I don't know. Sometimes I think that I don't know what's going on there.
I don't think they were playing for the coach. I don't think they were playing to spite him. I know,
and that's probably the problem. But yeah, and they've always been like that down there. But who takes over? This is the question. Does Adam Uze take it?
Oh, what about Rossi Lyon?
Does Leon Cameron?
What about Rossi Lyon go back?
That's what I mean. Like
bookend.
I don't know.
Who you start your coaching career? There's a Resi's coach up north and Brisbane, whatever, but you go back to where you had success, and I reckon Rossi Lyon would be brilliant.
Well, him or Grant Thomas.
Ooh, GT. Malcolm Blight might be down from Palm Cove.
No, he'd only come down for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, it's interesting.
But, yeah, it was interesting. That's all. Just from a footy perspective, because the draft is all done. I know you're upset about Horn Francis and stuff.
Love him because of the player. And I used to love him. He used to barrack. When he was coaching the Blues, he was barracking, really. He was like me and you in the stands, for North or the Blues. But I don't know. I think – I don't know. I reckon
it's hard. I don't know.
I'm not going to say much here, but I will. Like, when he lost his son, right, there was a fair bit involved because he comes from outside of Melbourne. Country town. Yeah. Sad story. Shocking.
Extremely.
And it wasn't any fault of Brett's, No. Of course, he's devastated, as you would be, for losing.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'm playing, I think that's always in the back of my mind. You know what I mean?
You reckon?
It's like when I look at Brett, it looks sad.
Yeah.
I reckon he's enveloped in sadness. Like his aura is sad because of what happened then. But I think when he came to St Kilda, he was like the father they all sort of needed. But now, when you watch a lot of their social media, it's pretty rank how warm it is and how loving it is. And
he does talk very well.
But they don't do shit on the field, like Marto said. You get to a Saturday, they play like, hard as cat's head, and the next week they play soft as butter. There's no consistency. There's no flat.
No.
It's either they're up for it or they're not invested at all. And I reckon it comes back in some way to, as Marto said, the coach. I don't know how the dates align, but when Ratton was at Hawthorn, was that the era that also Fags was there? Yep.
And
they were all there.
So is there something that we don't know? I am not, and I would never, ever, ever, ever expect it. I just don't. It's not something that I expect, but is there something that we don't know? Is there going to be a bigger story here? Is there, and what I'm saying is every single coach that was at Hawthorn or every single person at Hawthorn at that time going to be put under that much scrutiny now? And is it fair or not? Like Jetty Anderson, like we talked about it, Pezza.
Yes.
But he wanted to get traded out.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, he's still on.
Well, if anyone gets the story, Taz, it'll be that scumbag, filth mongrel, the worst person on the planet, Damien Barrett, who'll break the story.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's it's a really, really good one.
If anybody gets dirt that shouldn't be brought up, he'll fight it.
I hope not, because I don't see it
too.
Yeah,
and these guys, whether this has happened and what's happened or not, I mean, whilst we're completely against it, I know that we are. It's bloody hard because mud sticks.
Yeah,
it does.
We won't mention the war in Justin Hall.
Sorry.
So you don't want Piers to keep going about that.
I'm done. That's it. I've finished my popcorn now. My second one. I'm done.
Marto, thank you so much for coming on, mate. We appreciate it.
Not being there. And good luck
as we said, Caulfield Cup, Everest, Melbourne.
Huge.
Let's hope the track play fair.
Silver Eagle, Cosy Oscar, Sydney Stakes, Everest. Let's go, Sydney.
Hang on. Hey, boys. Murray Bridge, Friday. Murray Bridge Cup. And I've got an omen for you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let it go.
It is agreeable because that's what we all are tonight. We're all agreeable. So tomorrow, Murray Bridge, agreeable wins.
Agreeable.
Bring your boat.
Probably the only track that can win that too, right?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Taz, for not much. And well done,
for more talking.
All right. Put a line through it as Rach does. She just puts a line through everything we say. But if not, we welcome the 30-odd members of this week. And, of course, leading up to our grand final in the Melbourne Cup is coming soon. And next week, we look forward to the Cox Plate. The week after Derby Day, bang, Melbourne Cup. It's all over. Great. Awesome. But then Sydney will have something. Marto, Sydney will have something good for us.
Yeah. What was it called?
Big dance.
It's on the same day as the Melbourne Cup. $2 million race.
Magical. All right.
Perfect.
Put a line through it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.